Well, hello, my friends. This is going to be a very different video, sort of vlog. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you again, as always, to all of my friends and those who support the channel. What I want to talk about today is the idea of living in an apartment when the landlords and property management issues a pest control situation. So let me walk around the apartment and talk about all the different things I've had to think about now that I've had to change everything around. Yes, I'm more on the right side than I am on the left side right now. Okay, we're going to go around the apartment and talk about all of the different things that I've had to prepare for the pest control sort of service, which is clearing baseboards, clearing the spaces, allowing people into the apartment to spray and trap and clean for certain things. This is the state of the theater right now. It's very in disarray. It's still very dark in here because obviously I have the windows covered. But let's go through it a little bit at a time. We'll start in here and I'll make my way around the rest of the apartment. So the surround channels and things are still in place, but what I've had to do is pull them away from the wall so the cabling and baseboards are exposed. Now, I don't know how much space they need, but I figure they have a wand to spray in these areas so they can reach behind it. It never said how much access, it just said access. So I've had to clear all of that stuff. The middle of my room around my chair and in front of the computer is completely stuffed with kitchen stuff and other things from different spaces. Obviously, the cupboards had to be emptied. The underneath the cupboards, above the sink cupboards, those all had to be emptied. Spaces all around the baseboards, all of that stuff had to be moved around in the space. So I'm going to get rid of the chairs still. The left channels are still there. These are for a future video. You can't really see a whole lot, but you can see that there's wood grain here. These are actually really old Cerwin Vega speakers that I'm supposed to be checking to see if they work. That demo will come up in a future video. I just wanted to use a safe amp to test speakers. I've had faulty speakers blow up my amps before, so I don't want to do that. As we see around here on the floor, all of the space has been cleared. The bottom shelf has been cleared from stuff. Around by the window is all cleared. I've got my pet cat watching out the window. It's actually just one of those really cool Egyptian sort of cats, just warding off evil spirits in time of change. So all of the baseboards are clear on this side. All the curtains have been raised and out of the way. The precarious part is where I have these poles that support my height channels. They're suspended and right behind my TV, and my TV is only supported by this bit of styrofoam. So I'm home today to monitor and make sure that the staff coming through have an idea how to navigate this space, because even for me, it's really, really tight in here. So the left channel here behind the left channel of my two channel system, all the boxes in front of the TV. This blows my mind that I have to do this. And it's something of a matter of planning too, because everything is set up and functioning the way that I have it. If I were a homeowner, this would never happen because I'm responsible for my own pest control. But anybody in an apartment that has a system, if this ever happens, then you have to leave these gaps and spaces and be able to move everything out of the way whenever you're told to move them. Like, we don't have a choice here when we're renting because the property manager technically owns the property. We don't get to say how they conduct their business. They have a couple rules to follow, but otherwise we have to be able to provide them access to all of these spaces whenever they deem it necessary. So this is the first time it's ever happened to me. I've never, ever in my renting history had this happen when I lived in a place. So it's happening now, and I've had to clear all of the spaces out. Everything that's was in these spaces is now in another location. I had to completely clear all the drawers, the cupboards. Everything is completely emptied from here. So all of the food, I've got my coffee maker in the sink because it's the only thing that I could do. I've got my toaster oven in the oven because that's another space that's possible to store. I've got a couple things just sitting on the stove, on the fridge. Behind the fridge and behind the stove will have to get accessed. My bedroom space, which normally has curtains across here, but I've got them lifted for the sake of the cleaning. This has been sort of gutted out. Not really. The problem now is the bed, as you can see, is right up against the baseboards on this side. I only have a very, very small walking path here, and into here. So if I move the bed, it's going to block access to reach them. So I'm probably going to have to flip my bed up against this. This isn't a real wall. This is actually a false wall that I built to enclose my bedroom space, which allows me to have the 2-channel listening space in the actual bedroom. And this is the way I choose to live. So that's what I did. So now I'm sort of camping out in my bedroom space while all of this stuff goes on. Moved all my decorations out here. Not much audio in this space other than if you count the laptop and a couple Bluetooth devices. So we'll have to see what they think of this space. That's the best that I could do. There's no real audio in that space, but this is what I've done in my 1-bedroom apartment to afford me 2 listening rooms. Is I put my bed here, made my own bedroom, and then turned my living room into the theater and the actual bedroom into the 2-channel room, which we're going to have a look at now, which most people are familiar with on my channel. So gaming and home theater happens in this space. The 2-channel system with the computer handles daily listening. Radiant acoustics, of course, is Clarity 6.2s, KEF-R3 metas, which get swapped in and out. The Bucart Audio A10s are on the sides here, and I planned on setting up the wireless plantain. It's not plantain. It doesn't look like a banana at all. I don't know, whatever that is. But anyways, the wireless hub for these is supposed to be tested and demoed, but I've had so many things obviously happening in my life that I haven't gotten around to it. So in the bathroom, because they said nothing about the bathtub, I've put all my extra stuff inside the bathtub, clearing out spaces in like the closet. The bottom space in the closet had to be cleared. So that's all cleared. And then in the 2-channel room, we've just moved some of the stuff away from the wall. I'll probably move this a little bit more. I've covered up the towers, but I've moved the foam out of the way. So the foam is out of the corner. There's a good bit of space behind them there, so it's pretty good access there. The mirror I'm going to have to figure out, probably bathroom. Same thing on this side. I moved all the power bars. I don't know if they're going to need window access. Probably not. But there is a little bit of window access. The foams and stuff that I had behind the wall or against the wall, those have all been moved. So there is some space here. I think the chair is okay in the room. This is I'm going to have to move. I'm going to have to pull this away from the wall here in a minute. That's the preamp, CD player, streamer, all that kind of stuff. Same thing with the closet. I had to remove the door completely because of the carpet. The bottom of the closet's cleared, and then the door for the closet is behind the other door without the doorknob. So I think we're pretty much set in here. Let me flip this around. I think we're pretty much set in this space for all of the things that need to happen. It's really unfortunate that this has to happen, especially in renting an apartment. We don't ever see this coming. They just kind of announce it, and then you have to snap to it, you know. So my last couple of things before they show up for the rest of the day is move some of this equipment into the middle of the room. The air mattress, which my family is staying on in this room, which is why my schedule's changed. We're navigating whatever schedule we can, and it's working out, but it may actually be for the rest of 2026. So my schedule for content is going to have to adapt. Adapt. What am I adapting? I'm not adopting anything. It's still early. It's really only like 8 a.m, so my brain is only half functioning. So yes, we're going to get to all kinds of stuff here in the space. The theater space has now become one of my feature sort of spaces to be, because as some people know, I did get the Denon A10H. It is working amazing. I really, really appreciate that unit. I love the fact that it had some extra channel options, so that means I might be able to increase my center height channel sort of stuff. If you're into home theater stuff and content and you're trying to figure out a system, maybe something like this in a home theater in an apartment where I have temporary height channel solutions that I've created, original creation, original design. I really, really hope to God that the world does not steal from me. I know that it's pretty cutthroat out there, but if anybody copies it, then I know for sure that I was the first one to do it because it's documented all over the place. So the home theater system now is using the monolith speakers by Monoprice. I have spoken to my friends at SVS. Fingers crossed that SVS might be able to outfit me with some new speakers within the 2026 schedule. That way this theater space can be upgraded and featured and showcased a lot more than the 2-channel room, be it that my 2-channel schedule is being compromised a little bit for this next following year. I think that's about it. Without rambling and filling in the time, I really don't have a whole lot else to say other than if you're in an apartment and if you're in a condo or if you're renting and you still want audio, you don't have to overspend. It's not all about custom installation. This hobby isn't reserved for homeowners only. It really isn't about the wealthy people. I know that we get to see a lot of that really over-the-top, high-end stuff. And that's most of what gets featured because, let's face it, we all like sports cars. We all like Lamborghinis and Ferraris and like the fancy stuff. It's really nice to look at. It's really nice to understand how the reference point is set for anything that is below those levels. But it doesn't mean that we have to go without. So there are ways to purchase, to own, to find really affordable hi-fi and audio, to have 2-channel or home theater. And I've proved it here with some of my solutions that it is possible to have temporary installation for home theater, even height channels in an apartment, in a condo, in a rental, and not damage the walls or the surface. I know that a lot of places really discourage people and renters from damaging or mounting or doing anything of that sort to the space. It causes extra costs, damage that the proper landlords or property owners don't want to deal with any of that extra stuff. So you're limited to doing things temporary. I mean, even the curtains and everything here is stuck on with double-sided tape and stickers, and I have a patch kit and paint and things like that where I can repair anything. It's an apartment, but I'm not going to be left out of my hobby. I built a 2-channel system that I'm really happy with. I'm really proud of. The Rotel preamp and CD player with now the Buckeye audio amplifiers. Before the Buckeye, I had Orchard Audio, Ganfet Tech amplifiers, premium models. Those were really, really amazing. I still believe in Leo's design, so I'm incredibly grateful for him. But now working with Dylan a little bit and getting these amplifiers on their way out because they are a 7040 high current model with upgraded cap boards. They're no longer available on his website, but there are new versions out from Purify Audio. And that's the real reason why I switched, is because Purify Audio offers a lot of value and a lot of performance. So I wanted to see what it was all about. The Arundel Towers, the SVS subs, which are all completely covered up in here, the room treatments, like it's an apartment, but with a dedicated focus and a passion, which a lot of us have. Anything is possible. And I really, really encourage that in a lot of people is pursue what you want, find the path forward, use the community, and not in a used way, but like a negative way. But I mean, seek the resources in the community for people who know or have done things that will answer some of the problems or things that you have. Pardon me. Told you it's still early morning and I'm rambling into a camera. So without further ado, here's the 2-channel room, all prepped for the pest control. Not that I have any pests. When I moved into the apartment 2 years ago, I did my own pest control and got rid of all the rats and everything in the building. Yes, when I rented the apartment under lease and control, there were rats infested in this building, and I went straight to the City Public Health Institute, and they've resolved the problem for me. So now I'm flipping my whole apartment upside down because we have a new property manager. They probably aren't aware of how much work I put into cleaning this apartment out. Most of the neighbors know that I was responsible for it, but now here we are. I'm getting my life flipped upside down because I don't own this place. I'm venting. I appreciate you being here to listen to me vent. And when this gets back in order, I'll come back with some more content and hopefully get to show you this whole process. This probably won't get loaded until Saturday. This is a Friday mid-morning. I won't be able to edit it because obviously my computer and everything is stuck underneath here. And this is a DJI camera and I can't upload straight from this. If I had done this with my phone, I could upload it right now. Such is the way of technology. Anyways, I'm going to get out of here. Thank you so much for supporting, being here to watch. If you're curious about anything else, please watch previous videos. If you're interested in anything that's been talked about or a way to set everything up, I've tried to open up some consultation time to talk about some of my expertise, some of my experiences, solutions. I've been approached by multiple brands for design concepts. Obviously, I'm a little bit creative and I've done some magical things with surround sound here. So I do open up my service for consultation, not for an exorbitant. Anyways, let's just pretend I got that word right. I don't charge people a lot. I'm really just a guy that is passionate and I think my time is worth money. So minimum amount of compensation is fair. But anyways, for all of the solutions that I've come up with here, if you're interested in anything, please contact me. That's fine. I will see you in the next video. And for now, hopefully you have a great weekend. I'll talk to everybody in the future. Take care of yourselves. Listen to some great music. And let me know what you think of everything in the comments. As always, in the comments. Let me know. Write it in the comments. All right. See everybody later.